Yo, what's going on, Alliance? Some videos to catch up on here from last night. I'm gonna go from, I guess, last to first because I was gonna address Timir's thing real quick. Uh, as far as like interested in going, what I'd be interested in seeing. Personally, like I said, it's tough. It's definitely a tough call because all of them sound like they've got some interesting aspects, and hopefully, you do eventually kind of get to them all. Because yeah, baby, we got the time. Eventually. Uh, I'd probably say either the shift or verses. Like I'd probably lean towards verses most, just because I can kind of like garner some of the stuff about the characters, and then the shift. And like I said, I'm also interested to hear about the chaos and Kara Kent story, just from the Apollyon kind of thing, and how she turned so horribly evil. Poor girl, as they do tend to turn. Uh, but yeah, that was definitely a good video series. So, like I kind of like on the back of that, like I getting a little backstory on that would definitely be interesting to hear. Um, yeah, so not much of a good answer or anything like that. Like I said, I'd probably like I said the I don't know. The one hand, like that versus series sounds like I think the versus would probably be my top spot, and then like the Kevin Starr Kara story would probably be my second vote for things. But take that for what you will. I don't know if you were actually looking for a vote or anything. Like I figure the way Curry did it was you kind of get like people's opinions on the matter, and then if you want to weight it, like, oh, this person said this is number one and number two, and like if those consistently are number one and number two, then you can kind of go from there with whatever you want to go. But man, whatever you're feeling, honestly, like they all sound like good ideas. So I'm not just like blowing smoke or anything like that. Like if you feel like you're more in the mood to talk about one or the other, you go for that. But yeah, with onward to Haiku's story. Man, that was a good one. Like I said, I've heard you guys talk about Kai before, and a lot of with him, but like not a lot about the details behind it. Like I know he was a good guy, the greatest of good guys, some might say, and the fact that he was everything was okay because when he's on your side, that's not too bad. Uh, but yeah, when he turns evil and everything like that, that's kind of a problem. Uh, what's it called? Yeah, and I guess I'm like interested to hear the Thor stories or the theories at least if he was like possessed by a demon or something like that, and they kind of like take away part of who you are and what you are to do that. But man, that sucks. And I'm gonna jump around a little bit here, just because like the one thing was fresh in my memory. That with the Ninja Master dude. First of all, the fact that he's like Super Saiyan 5 is pretty amazing. Like that's pretty high up there. I mean, like for a ninja dude, and then to have his techniques and stuff be all at that level too. Like that kind of makes him everything. Like that's pretty nasty. But man, I was with you whenever he's like, no, Kai can't do it because reasons. Like, no, screw your reasons. I'm gonna go get Kai. uh, and yeah, I'm 100% with you on the you train me, I'll take part in the prophecy. You didn't train me, I don't take part in the prophecy. Like that, no, that's not the way. That's the way it works. You wanna come disagree with me on that one. You can come talk to me, but oh wait, you're dead and in the overworld, so looks like I'll be doing what I'm going to be doing anyway, is at least my take on it. And sounds like we were sort of like-minded on that one. I'll be interested to hear if he tries to screw you over for that or something like that, because, man, that like I said, leaving you out in the woods to survive is not training. I mean, it's a kind of training, but it's not like the comprehensive level of training you were kind of promised. That's like saying, yeah, I'm going to purchase this new automobile and someone gives you a unicycle. It's like, no. I'm not gonna drive I'm not gonna do a like Indy 500 race in this or something like that. It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, that's pretty interesting with Haiku. And yeah, and like I said, that's kind of the I think what we kind of settled on with versatility is if you can move fast and hit hard, or like the jumping around a little bit, if you can move fast and hit hard to a degree that it is like really like it's really like really potent. If you're like the king of moving fast and hitting hard, then that's all you need. Like that is all you need. But realistically, versatility wins out like every time. And it's like I said, it's kind of like what you said with like Brazilian jiu-jitsu and everything like that. Like, yeah, sizes and everything, and everything like that. It's like speed. Like, and I think Tamir like hit this. Like, speed is everything. Like, if you're fast enough, nothing else matters. And it's like, you could go on like some Flash level stuff where, the Flash isn't an overly strong guy, but he has that, what's that punch he does called? It's like infinite mass punch or something like that, because, I mean, it might be like some Speed Force stuff that he's working on, but like he could basically summon a punch of like, nuclear level destructions just because of how fast he moves. And there's some crazy stuff like whenever you're accelerating, like that's like that whole, not to get all science nerdy stuff, like when they talk about those, I think it was in one of the Call of Duties, they talk about like the potential of dropping like these depleted uranium rods from space to be destructive. It's like that's actually what happens. Like, it's such a low tech weapon with such a massive destructive potential because of the kinetic energy. And whenever you're moving that fast, like, grounding a little science into real world, you're moving that fast, the amount of kinetic energy that happens, like, assuming you don't shatter, like, that's why I'll complete a thought one day. Why a little bit of durability is important is if you can basically withstand the force of your punch, the exchange of kinetic energy, like, you don't need to be really strong to hit hard. You just need to be really fast, because the amount of, like, if you have enough time to build up, like you get a running start to build up that speed, the kinetic energy exchange is massive, and like that's like, that's all you technically need. But yeah, like I said, realistically, and I think for all intents and purposes, versatility wins out, because you're never, like, the way real world is and the way like the hierarchy of NPCs go, like, like when there's sector leaders out there, like when you're a PC character and everything like that, moving fast and hitting hard is good, but you need to have some versatility. But like if you're talking in the, I think in what Curry was talking about was in the, like, the hypothetical realm of things, where if you move the fastest and you hit the hardest, that's all, you don't need anything else. Like, but as a PC, there's always gonna be someone out there who does it better. I know we're still in this topic, and I got sidetracked. But yeah, the thing with Haiku, where was I? I know I talked about the ninja guy screwing you over. And I was upset for you on that one, man. Because, like, he seemed like a really good guy and everything like that until he was like, it was kind of the double screw over. It's like, yeah, Kai can't come. Kai can't help. I'd be like, what if I invite my friend along to be with me while I'm doing this? That's what you should have been like. I was like, I'm not going to say he has to take part in the prophecy. I'm just going to be hanging out with him while I'm doing the prophecy. And then it's like, listen, Kai, I want to be completely clear here. You're not a part of this prophecy or anything like that. I enjoy your company, and if anyone happens to come along and mess with me, you got my back, right? Right? All right, we're good. And then him with the training thing. It's just like, okay, yeah, let me throw you out in the woods, and they're like, oh yeah, let you take on this. All-powerful character. At least in Generations, when we had to take on some all-powerful characters, we had some people training us up for months to try to do it. But yeah, there was a couple of the other things I wanted to say about, and then I sidetracked myself completely. But it was definitely, I'll have to go back and excuse me, re-listen to some of the Haiku stuff again, because it was definitely interesting to hear. Yeah, I actually didn't realize, I heard you mention it before, but it was something I didn't really realize, that Kai actually killed Haiku. That sucks, man, having your best friend do that. And that's one of those ones, like, are you ever going to get a chance to redeem him or anything? Because, man, that would be like, that would be the ultimate, like, long story turnaround to be able to do that at some point and be like, yeah, Kai's back on our side, we restored him, and everything like that. Trying to think. I know there's something I'm forgetting with the videos you put up, but I'm drawing a blank on it. But oh yeah, that was something. I felt bad because you said about, like, you got revived early by some witch or like whatever, Sora was her name, and you lost half your powers over it. Like or like half of your, I don't know if to say your essence, but like I'm guessing it was like kind of your power level kind of thing, where like if you had like 100% before, you were now at like 50% of your max. Like that's kind of messed up. On the one hand, you're alive again, so that's pretty cool. But on the other hand, and like I said, I guess I could see like that's kind of a fair balancing point to go from the overworld to the living world. On the other hand, I feel like if an evil person came back, he probably wouldn't be losing all his powers. Oh, that was the other thing I was saying is like, yeah, I also felt screwed for you when you talked about how you came back, or how the powers got sealed away, but then when he died, the powers got unsealed. Only your powers didn't come back, but theirs did. I was like, oh, that seems kind of messed up. What's going on with that? But what can you do? You know how those evil people are, catching breaks and stuff like that. But man, Haiku's, like I said, when you said like Haiku had to have a couple good cries and everything like that, that cracked me up. I was like, I feel you, man. We've all been there at some point or another. I don't know if Zeratul ever broke down to tears, but he definitely had his defeated sit in the corner thing. Like, there's no way we're gonna win this. Like, we're all gonna die. This is not gonna go well for us. But yeah, that's real world for you, baby. Oh yeah, that was one of the things like you said about like evil running the world and everything like that. I think to an extent that's probably a fair assessment, but like I don't feel like I mean like I think in the sense of the good guys, like the good guys just don't get the recognition for the most part because the way like new, not to get political here in Real World Alliance chat, but like the good guys don't get the recognition anymore, like because of the way 24-hour news networks work and everything like that. Like you're searching for views, you're not searching to report the news like that. That's so what gets the most views is what's wrong, like what's going bad, what's and even if it's inaccurate or anything like that, you're better off reporting on it and then going back and releasing something else later that says, oh yeah, we were wrong, but not correcting the original thing, because you get more views that way than people going back and rereading the article. So on the one hand, like it definitely seems like evil's winning, but on the other hand, I'm a little bit more optimistic to say that good isn't like completely down and out or anything like that. But yeah, we'll steer clear of that political stuff for now. But yeah, like it was definitely interesting to hear the Haiku story about him getting screwed over there, and like yeah, as far as like him being like, I guess he's a lot like his master, that dude. I don't want to butcher the name because I've only watched the videos once, and I'd probably have to go back and watch it again to pronounce it correctly. But him being at that Super Saiyan 5 level, like that's the thing. Like I gathered with like Tymir, between like Tymir and you, between like Kari's game and Tymir's game, is like there's some seriously powerful people running around there, and I feel like after listening to it, like listening to some of the people and everything like that, I feel like Generations, like I always thought like, oh, Generations has these really nasty people running around. It's like no, I think and I'm not saying like one is better than the other or anything like that. It's just I feel like Generations people, just from at least the people I've met, might not be quite as crazy, like barring Legacy and everything like that. Might not be quite as crazy as some of the people out there running around, like just having like Super Saiyan 5 Ninja Masters running around. Like I don't think I ever met anyone who was quite that nice. But then again, I don't know if my characters were ever on that level of like Super Saiyan 5. Like I barely broke through like the Super Saiyan level. Like I think like most of the people I hung out with across characters were like maybe Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2 at the tops. So like, I don't know how that power scales or anything in the various worlds, but like Super Saiyan 5 would be pretty everything, I think, because like Super Saiyan in Generations is everything. Like you're just, that's like, that moves you from like mortal man to Superman kind of status, if you're looking at those kind of levels. But yeah, we'll quit rambling there for now. I'm sure you guys have a have a long enough video as it is. All right, peace.